our first look at concept art for the upcoming Hawkeye series on Disney Plus. Now, this is concept art, people. Again, it's not real life, it's concept art by an artist of what they're aiming for the series to look like, but it gives you a good idea. And of course, it confirms Pizza Dog, which is the most important thing in this entire thing.
Yeah. And obviously, all the concept arts are just the preferences right at the start. They're not the final. They never are the final ones they show off. So some things will change, and some things have changed. So
that's what I think people like they're talking about, like, oh, concept art, this and that. I'm just like, guys, exactly, concept art. Give it a little bit, it has its time. Like, it's gonna get, refined. And like, if you look at, for example, the Bucky and Falcon one that was released, I think it was D23, those posters, or maybe it was San Diego.
D23,
yeah. Those are actually different than what's shown in these concept arts. So they're still working
I believe the one today for Falcon, or at least for Falcon's, like a really old one, because it's clearly more of a Falcon look, as opposed to the Captain America look.
Which makes me assume that they're probably going to have maybe, I don't know, multiple suits that they're playing around with this, and a kind of an evolution. Yeah.
Well, the fact that they also said for that series that it's going to be both of their stories before and now, so you can sit there and even anticipate that that's what Hawkeye is going to be like as well. It's they even confirmed we're going to get his stories with Ronin. We're going to sit there and
that's the thing with Hawkeye, which you rolled right into. His time
is well done for bringing it back.
Right, like his time with the whole Ronin gimmick, right? Like, I think that's worth exploring, because it's going to really kind of lead into the whole mantle passing thing, and why, like, he's abandoned that, which to me seems pretty awesome, like a good direction to go in,
Yeah. Well, if you imagine, like, everything that happened with him as Ronin was when his family was not with him. Right. So he now wants to have the chance to be with his family. The only way he can is if he has somebody be able to take up his mantle. Right. And that's how I feel like he's going to go forward.
That's my big question. Since this is Kate Bishop and it's not his daughter, right? So why does he take this girl under his wing?
She shoots him with an arrow.
Because I think her not being his daughter is probably precisely the reason why.
Because he doesn't want her to follow in his footsteps.
Exactly.
Yeah. I could see
it's, it's kind of like, I lost you once, I'm not going to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And probably he hasn't really trained his daughter to be.
Yeah.
Like, she can shoot a bow, but she's not exactly a Hawkeye. So if you come across a kid that can do what you do, maybe even slightly better, you're probably going to go for the kid that can do it better than your actual own.
Right,
family.
Who needs all that, and maybe you don't want their
and if you want to spend time with your family, training your daughter to take over isn't the best way to do it.
Well, you have to also think about it this way. He lost them all once. He doesn't want to lose them again, so he will do anything and everything to make sure she doesn't pick up that mantle.
Makes me go into, what exactly is her story going to be that brings them together? Because, like, in what world is, like, his character in the MCU is like, I lost everything and I struck down the Yakuza. Now the next logical step is to train this 18-year-old girl to follow in my footsteps.
It happened in Budapest.
With Kate Bishop, depending on what origin you want to choose, one of them was from, I think it was Young Avengers Special, where she was brutally attacked at Central Park, and then she wanted to engage in intense combat training, so I guess that won't happen again.
And so you just take the route the Young Avengers did to start off with. It's like, oh, well, if Hawkeye's not around, the world needs someone like that. I'm going to take up that spot. I can do everything he does, so I can just take over.
Yeah.
And, that's how they meet that way, because he finds out someone's using his name, and then he trains her, or quote trains, because I imagine they're going to play with the she's slightly better than him angle.
Well, the fact that
even do it that way.
Inside of the Disney Plus little reveal that they did, he even states there, possibly better than me.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're going to play that up. And even in the comics, he actually states that she's the better Hawkeye. So,
I could see them playing up also the angle, which, he talks about in Age of Ultron. There's that funny line about him being the guy with arrows and stuff. I could see them playing around with the whole age joke, being like, yeah, I can still keep up with the kid, and she's clearly better because she's, you know, younger and more talented. He's like, oh, never mind, maybe I should give it up, and it'll be one of those running gags. But again, it's Marvel Studios, and here's how it's gonna go. They'll do it in a great way, but we know there's gonna be a section of the internet that's gonna be outraged because
they always are.
Which is funny because. I could have sworn that this was everybody's least favorite Avenger that they had tons of hate videos made about. But, you know, it's how the times have changed. So I look forward to this series. And honestly, I wasn't even expecting any look because I thought this series was honestly so far away from even conceptual stage that...
Well, I mean, I assume it was closer than like Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight and the ones you've heard about more recently compared to this.
Yeah, I guess. Like, my assumption was maybe like 2.5 years away, but like with this much, I'm like, is this like a year and a half away? Maybe like.
I imagine so. Yeah, they're going to need a constant flow of shows.
Yep. On
the streaming service, so I think you're going to get things a lot quicker than you might have originally expected.
But... That's good for us.
Yeah.
I'll gladly take that.
Well, and also they want to make sure that they have, like you said, that constant flow, but to be able to pump out even more, they're going to see like the success of Moon Knight and all these other a little bit more obscure, I would say, is what Moon Knight is compared to like what we have right now. And they're gonna sit there and be like, wow, people want this. Okay, here's the Marvel dartboard, let's just throw 5 more darts at it and go from there.
Oh yeah, that's so I don't know. Honestly, this was my biggest surprise from that reveal because I wasn't expecting it, and I'm so hyped about it because it's the one series that I'm like, this and Loki, but the more they talk about it, the more I'm like, you know what? You're bringing me around, kind of like the Black Widow movie, which at first I was resistant, and then the more I hear and the more I see, I'm like, you know what? This is straight up like sounding like the thing I needed. So,
and another reason for for this as well is this was a movie.
Yeah,
they've pulled a Star Wars on.
Oh yeah.
I think Renner came out himself and said, this was a movie, and then it got transferred down to a show.
Him and Feige both confirmed it this last week. Like, he was contracted to a movie for the last like 5 years, and they were like, well, we'll change this, and Renner was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So.
The thing is we're actually, it's a win-win for that. Like, yes, we're not getting it in the theater, but now we're getting 6 hours instead of 2.5 to 3.
Which we'll discuss about why that's important in